This is the BG Climbers list for the week ending 11/2/2022. This list is put together every week by Mike Alexander. I'll include links in the description below if you want to take a look at the list. Before we get into the list, though, I do want to talk about one game that's up here on the hotness that obviously won't be in this list. It's 20 Strong. This game is by Chip Theory Games, if you're not aware of it, and it's different than some of their other games. Usually they're doing these huge productions and huge games with usually lots of dice and lots of chips. This game has only 20 dice, cards, and possibly one chip, which they'll hit their stretch goal for the single chip in the game. Uh, you know, all of the Chip Theory games I'm not a huge fan of. I do like some of their games. I'm really very excited about Hoplomachus, the new, I guess, the reimagining of the base game and then the new game. And I'm also excited about 20 Strong. I wasn't too excited about Burn Cycle, but, not every game company can have, every game a hit. One thing I will say is they're very devoted to their customers, and they have extremely fair shipping policies, and all their games are high production, high quality, and I think fair prices for the games given their quality. So let's get into the list. We'll start off with number 10, Heat Pedal the Metal. So we've seen this game for a few weeks here. This is the latest Days of Wonder game. They're doing a racing game. As I mentioned before, I don't think the production quality lives up to what I expect of Days of Wonder, especially. I feel like maybe their production quality is the same as it's always been, but other companies have upped their game. And I think Days of Wonder needs to, maybe up it a little bit more. Also, I'm just not a big fan of the racing genre. I haven't, liked a lot of the racing games out there, and I'm probably not going to play this game. I also don't think I don't think this one's going to hit the top 100, even though it's from Days of Wonder. So number 10, Heat Pedal the Metal. Number 9, Discordia. So Discordia, this is a game I don't think I've seen on here. I'm assuming it's a Kickstarter. Let's just take a quick look here. Digital Invitations, Tabletop Simulator, Ancient Rome. I assume it's a Kickstarter. Let's see here. Yeah, missed the Kickstarter. Probably a Kickstarter. Develop your city by building farms, barracks, defenses, harbors, and trading ships. Sounds like a game theme I would like. Help Rome build its glorious cities on the River Rhine. Okay, so this is like a, Romans in Germany type game. Let's take a look at it. There's someone's been playing, I think, Longshot. I mean, I think the game looks good. It's kind of a small box. Interesting. And I think the artwork looks good. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Let's take a quick look at the comments. Great game, a new kind of race game. Ah, okay. So it's a racing. It's kind of maybe a race for the galaxy game. Otherwise, if only this was more replayable. Otherwise, Hidden Gem of Essen. Really good game. So, I mean, people thought it was good. It's probably not going to have the legs needed to get in the top 100, but probably a game to check out if you like the theme and I guess like these style of games. So number 9, Discordia. Number 8, Woodcraft. So we've seen this for a number of weeks. This is a pretty heavy game with, I like the theme that you're actually crafting the dice. That is, I think, kind of cool. This is a game that's on my list to check out at BGCon if I can. It's also by Vladimir Suki, who I like some of his games a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if I end up liking this game. Also, given the fact that it is a heavier game, it is done by a well-renowned designer, and it's already doing pretty well on the ratings. I feel like this has the potential for a top 100 game, but we'll need to see how it takes up in the next few months. So that's Woodcraft, number 8. Number 7, Flamecraft. So another craft game, this time dragon crafting, or dragons crafting stuff. This game had a pretty big Kickstarter. It has, I think it had a retail release shortly after the Kickstarters were delivered, and it's gotten quite a number of ratings. I don't think this game is headed in the top 100 though. The ratings have been not quite strong enough. Um, I think partially due to how light it is. That tends to dampen the ratings down, especially people that may have picked it up thinking it was a heavier game maybe than it was. That's one of the reasons why, even though I loved the artwork and I really liked the production value of the game, I ended up not backing it because I felt like it's not going to be a game that I'm going to be playing a lot of. As far as top 100, I don't think this is probably going to the top 100. I do think this is probably a top 250 game. So number 7, Flamecraft. Number 6, ISS Vanguard. So everyone's been receiving their games. I got mine. Actually, the first wave shipping. I haven't opened the box yet. I plan on doing an unboxing. I just haven't had time to do it. But we're planning on playing it this weekend. So I have to, in the next couple days, I have to learn the game, unbox it, and everything, and then hopefully we'll get a chance to play it. As far as ISS Vanguard, I think this is probably going to be a top 100 game. It had a huge uptake. I think they're going to reopen the Pledge Manager for Wave 2 shipping if anyone wants to get it. The reviews have been tremendous on it, and it has Awakened Realms behind it, which their games, more often than not, seem to end up in the top 100, or if they don't, they're very close to it. The ratings here are 9, above 9s. Now, this is actually its weakest or lowest rating yet is 9.03, but that's still extremely high rating on average for over 100 ratings in a week. I think it's just a matter of time for this one on when it finally enters the top 100. So number 6, ISS Vanguard. Number 5, Zombicide Undead or Alive. So I'm not gonna look into this. This is Simon, another Zombicide, basically the same game with a new theme. It looks like Wild West theme in this case. It's going to do well. It's probably not going to be in the top 100, but it's going to get great ratings because everyone loves Zombicide. So number 5, Zombicide Undead or Alive. Number 4, Tiletum. So Tiletum, I don't think we've seen this one yet. Maybe it was on the weeks when I didn't post a game. Simone, so these are, I forget what they designed. I think that was Teotihuacan. And some other games. It actually kind of looks like the same artist, maybe. And yeah, maybe the same artists. So, rich merchants traveling through Europe from Flanders to Venice during the golden age of the Renaissance. And components, map. So this is just a normal release. Very heavy game. I would say a pretty heavy game with, I think, not great presentation. It's okay. The standards have gone up a lot in the recent years with presentation on a game. Take a look at some of the comments. So, use dice for resource and actions to gain riches in the Renaissance. I can't read that language. Base dice drafting mechanic is clean and pretty straightforward. Plenty of interesting decision points. Game is all about combos. Negatives, way more accounting than I was expecting. A lot of AP. 4 players took 2 hours, 20 minutes. Man. King track was super bland. Yeah. So, and I think that's almost where we're at. Without some new mechanism, some great production quality, innovative mechanics, or a unique combination of things, it's hard. It's actually hard to make a dent in the Euro genre. I feel like nowadays, we've seen. I feel like there was a few years where there was a lot of innovation. I mean, I think A Feast for Odin was real great innovation on the worker placement genre. I think, obviously, Pandemic Legacy was a great innovation on the Pandemic Euro game. And like Marco Polo, Voyages of Marco Polo, very innovative in terms of overpowered asymmetric people, and that also applies to like Terra Mystica and Gaia Project. So I mean, and these are just examples. There's many other games out there that I think have innovative mechanisms and really stand out from other Euro games. This one isn't feeling. I mean, granted, I don't know fully about the game, but it's not feeling to me like that it's going to be that way. The ratings are okay, but probably aren't going to stand up over time, given that it's kind of trending below 8 already. This is number 4, Taltum. Number 3, Sabika. So this one, I think we've seen a couple weeks ago. Yes. This is a even heavier game. 3.83. So this is a really heavy game where I thought it looked interesting. And I wanted to maybe check it out at BGCon if I wanted to. Some of these games, I don't want to take the 3 or 4 hours it takes to play when I'm at the con and learn the game with probably other people that are trying to learn the game. I prefer to learn the game outside of the con and then play it at home, because you can spend an hour or 30 minutes learning the game beforehand and then actually get a decent play in. So where do you think this one's going to land? This one and Woodcraft seem to be my recent heavy game picks. This one seems to be doing a little bit better than Woodcraft on the ratings, but it's only got 201, so it could just maybe have not reached the same number of people. But definitely one I want to keep my eye on. So Sabika. Endless Winter Paleo American. So this one is doing well. We've looked at it for a number of weeks. The artwork is amazing. The reviews that I've read make me think that it's probably not going to do as well long term as Lost Ruins Arnak, or I think the best game of this worker placement deck building genre is Dune Imperium, especially the epic game mode. I feel like that really lets your deck matter so much in Dune, and the epic game mode it just matters even more. In Lost Ruins, I guess your deck matters, but I feel like because you're only going through it for, I think it's like 5 turns if I remember right, it just doesn't matter that much. So maybe if there's like a Lost Ruins Arnak epic game, maybe the new expansion will have it. Anyway, Endless Winter. I think this one's not going to do as well as those two. Does that keep it out of the top 100? I don't know. It's doing pretty well. Just below, just around 8. So sometimes above 8, sometimes a little bit below 8 on its ratings. I think we're gonna have to see how it keeps trending, and once people get the, I believe there will be a retail edition of this game in their hands. We'll see what that does. So number 2, Endless Winter, Paleo Americans. Number 1, Verdant. So this one looks like Kickstarter because it had 200 ratings, and now it suddenly got a bunch more ratings. The ratings are not. They're kind of all over the place. 7.5 up to an 8.05. So let's take a look at this game. So this is a fairly lightweight game, collecting care for houseplants. A lot of houseplant games this year. Puzzly spatial card game, 1 to 5 players take on the role of a houseplant enthusiast trying to create the coziest interior space. Okay. It was a Kickstarter game, lightweight. I think given this, it's probably not going into the top 100. It's just too light. The artwork and cards look okay. I'm not a big fan. I mean, this is kind of a, instead of a tile placement game, it looks like a card placement game where you're building this tableau of cards. Let's see. Card game, environmental puzzle. Grid coverage, open drafting. Yeah, I guess. Kind of tableau building, I guess, grid coverage, pattern building, set collection. I mean, I think it'd be good if you really like the theme of it, or you want a lighter weight game. As far as there's actually a lot of designers on here. 5 designers. That's pretty amazing. Is it going in the top 100? Almost certainly not. It's too lightweight. But good to see it doing well. So there you have it. That is the BGG Climbers list for the week ending 11/2/2022. If you like this video, please like and please subscribe. And please take a look at our other videos. Thank you.